Hey guys, welcome to our first ever film babble. Today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. And today I'm with Oliver.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Alright, right off the bat, if you haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home, there's going to be spoilers.
Yeah.
The
exactly.
entire movie's going to be spoiled. I'm going to say a spoiler right now, so you better leave if you have not seen the movie.
Batman dies.
That and Captain America goes to China to get his social credit score up.
Exactly, bro. Anyway, let's actually go into the actual video. Now that we've scared everybody off who hasn't watched the movie, now we can start talking about it.
So, starting off, it's probably the best Spider-Man movie ever.
It's one of the best Marvel movies ever.
Exactly.
One of the best movies ever, period.
Yeah, it was amazing. And, since everyone who hasn't seen the movie left, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in this.
That was so good. That part was so good.
It was obvious, but when they came in, it was like, oh my god, they're here. Like, the entire time. Like, I was just like, oh my god, you can't see my hand movements. But Oliver looked over to me. I was just so excited. That was so cool.
Such a good movie. And the end credits, oh my gosh.
Okay.
Let's start in order kind of thing, so we're not jumping
let's start Alright. So starting off, the movie actually brings in some cool things, like talking about when a superhero kills someone, it's not like they know that he was a bad guy. It's not like they know anything, and that happens a lot in movies where they beat the bad guy who they thought was a good guy. But it's like, how would they know that's a bad guy?
Exactly.
So yeah, when twist villains happen, we never see anything all the time. So this is cool. We see a real repercussion from someone's actions.
Yo, the dog is here.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
So yeah, it's cool to see some actual repercussions, especially when there was a twist villain. And honestly, if they ever make another Spider-Man movie, I hope we get to see more realistic things that happens to our favorite hero, Peter Parker.
Exactly. Speaking of another realistic thing, when his Aunt May dies. That is, yeah.
I was actually talking with a friend about the movie, and he says, I don't think May had to die. Well, I think it's important because, one, all the other Spider-Men also had a death in their lives, and in Miles Morales' Spider-Man movie, we also see every Spider-Man seems to have an important death, and it gives Peter Parker, Tom Holland's Peter Parker, a reason to want to kill the Green Goblin, as well as wanting to be like how his aunt wanted him to be, and help those no matter what, even if they are supervillains, and continue his aunt's legacy.
Yes. I think it was also very important, the death in it, because it literally everything you just said. Anyway, so after that, we see him heal them all and all that, and bro, it was amazing to see, all those villains back again. I love that so much.
All the villains, all the Spider-Man.
That was amazing.
Ned using magic. By the way, Ned's my favorite character, like I said before. And he's a wizard. Now, one thing I'm annoyed about is Spider-Man getting rid of everyone's memory was kind of selfish. Because now we're never going to get a Ned movie. Because his memories are gone. He doesn't know he has magic. He can't do magic now. It sucks. True. And we won't see... I would be so happy. So happy if we see him in the next Doctor Strange movie using magic, teaching him to use magic. That would be so cool.
Because it's only erasing. You know what? I have no idea. But in the next one, my question is because he decided in the end not to go talk to them. Is he going to decide to go talk to them, or is he not? Is that it? Or we never? Well, we saw
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna quickly say. I was not a huge fan how they didn't show Venom at all till that one end credit scene, but it makes sense because it wouldn't fit too well.
Exactly.
And I mean, they didn't even show it. Actually, I had a whole argument with a person online saying that Tobey Maguire's Venom was gonna be in the movie, and I'm like, what? No, one, they didn't even show him, and two, they showed the Venom. Well. Anyways, I had a whole argument with this guy online, and several people joined his side, And who was right? I was. Or they were completely wrong. At least I was kind of right.
Exactly. Anyway, so
But yeah,
I think also another really cool part of the movie is when we see the multiverse starting to come into this universe, when it starts to split open and he has to erase everyone's memory.
that is
I don't know
pretty
if you
cool.
noticed, but there were a lot of other Spider-Man villains that were in there.
I've seen every single Spider-Man movie. I don't know if you have, but I
haven't actually seen
realize.
all of them. But yeah, that was really cool how they did that part. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then, everyone freaking forgets him, and then he doesn't tell anybody. So we're going to see how that goes in the next movie.
Before the end credits, there's something probably we should talk about, like when all the Spider-Man were brought together.
Yes.
Now, I talked to Oliver a bit about this. I thought that was a boring way. Ned using magic, awesome, super cool, like I said. But him getting all of them together just by saying, Peter, get over here. Using the ring, they come through. It's like, oh, it's Andrew Garfield. Then it's Tobey Maguire. And by the way, they also didn't use it just to find Tom Holland.
I know.
They were like, oh my god, we have 2 new Spider-Men? Alright, let's go. Instead of using magic, let's just go walk around and try and find them.
Exactly. Like, it was a little that was
just as a guess. That was
odd.
Yeah. But it was kind of boring. Because, Oliver, have you seen the Miles Morales movie?
No.
Live action? Not live action.
It's one of the many things I
You
have
have to watch it. One, it's like literally one of the best animated movies ever. No joke.
Oh, I know. It's a
And
good
2, it brought in all the Spider-Man in a much more interesting way. Especially how, like, with the multiverse and everything, it introduced them in such an interesting way by showing how they all kind of, like, met. Like, they were used to superhero magic and stuff like this before, so they were all trying to hide in together and try to figure things out, instead of it just being like, well, where have they been for the last couple of days? Because if I was the director, what I would have done is all those billboards that say Spider-Man's a villain, I would have introduced them by Tom Holland looking. Remember when he was looking at that billboard?
Mm-hmm.
I would have introduced like Tobey Maguire right there.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, or like Andrew Garfield, or start showing it like that, because I feel like just bring them all in with magic, and like we said before about him not just doing it again to find Tom,
Right.
was kind of sad, and yeah, but it was still amazing. That was like my one part I'm gonna be really nitpicky about.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, then we have the end credit scene, which both of them are absolutely amazing. But let's talk about the first one.
Well, yeah, we'll start off
with the first one. That one is really cool. I am a little upset we didn't see Venom in the actual movie, but this makes sense because now we're gonna get another Spider-Man.
Also, that was hilarious. That entire sequence.
Yes.
But one thing, again, I'm sorry, I did say I was just gonna be about the first part, but I'm gonna be nitpicky about the Venom symbiote, like Oliver said after we watched the movie. Why did that stay there, but the rest of him go back?
Yes. What Luca's saying is that at the end of the movie, right away when I was watching it with him, I was like, wait, why didn't that go back? When Doctor Strange did the spell, and I guess basically what we kind of concluded on, I think, is that just it exists in both universes, I guess, or something.
Maybe
I don't know.
What my theory is, it attached to a fly, but it doesn't make any sense because there wasn't like a fly or something there. Oh, and maybe that guy who's in the restaurant or like the bar or something will get attached to him.
We're probably gonna see the next Spider-Man movie starting off just like the Venom one, transferring to each people until it gets to Spider-Man eventually, kind of thing.
I am so excited because when it happened to Tobey Maguire, that was one of the coolest movies ever. I love that one. All of the Tobey Maguire movies are great, and it's cool especially because Tobey Maguire was so like interested in each one. Whenever he was interviewed about it, he had so much fun with them, and it's really cool. But it is kind of sad because he got really annoyed when they canceled the fourth one.
Yeah.
But besides that, it was really cool.
Anyway, so yeah, that's that end credit scene. I'm really excited for the next movie because
I'm really hoping what we've heard so far is Sony is willing to do another movie. I'm really hoping they are because they got really annoyed for a while because Disney was making like a huge amount of money compared to them.
I'm sure they will, because Spider-Man, like, after seeing how well this movie's gonna do, you know, I'm sure.
I mean, think of all like the money they're still gonna make off
exactly.
this. Like,
exactly.
no, even if they don't make as much money. But now about the second end credit
the second
scene,
end credit scene,
it was just a trailer for the next.
Basically, but it was an amazing one.
It was a
we
cool
finally
trailer.
got to see
It was a cool trailer, but they should have done an end credit scene, not a trailer.
It was like a trailer and
no,
scene.
it wasn't.
Like
it wasn't an end credit scene.
Either way,
it was a trailer.
It was really cool because we finally got to see our first look at, you know,
yeah,
Doctor
actually,
Strange.
we get to see it first, which is the only cool part about that.
Exactly.
It's like we get everyone in the audience. You got to see this first before anyone else. So only probably in a while will people who haven't seen the movie actually be able to.
Exactly.
But I'm kind of disappointed. I think it would have been cool if we got Miles Morales cameo in there.
I know, but it literally has nothing to do with that.
No, but they did a reference to him earlier, so I'm like, oh, he must come up in an end credit scene when he says, there must be a black Spider-Man out there somewhere. Oh, and that would be like a reference to Miles Morales, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Yeah. I don't read much.
Anyway, but however, in that end credit scene, it was like a trailer end credit, whatever you want to call it.
It was pretty much.
It was really cool though, because we got to see our first look at Doctor Strange into the Multiverse
Which
of Madness.
Is probably
it's going to be the next big movie from Marvel. And
yes,
I don't know when the release date is.
I hope they
for
continue doing bigger superheroes, and I think, which is actually kind of sad, because like with Shang-Chi, he's not as popular, and you can tell. Well, they didn't put as much effort into the movie. It was really well done, but compared to like this movie and all the talent that's in all their other mainstream movies, Shang-Chi was not put that much, as much effort into it.
We'll talk about Shang-Chi maybe in another one, but yes, I do agree. I can see what you're saying.
I'm kind of excited for She-Hulk, though. She's a pretty cool hero. Because she's like the opposite of Hulk.
Oh, and speaking of which, literally the day that we're recording this, is the end of Hawkeye. Maybe we will do one on Hawkeye as well.
If I watch
Luca's gonna have to watch them all. He hasn't watched any yet. He normally likes to wait till they're all out. So
no, what I do is I watch other things like
whatever. Anyway, that's out. So maybe we'll do.
We might do that. We might do it on. Comment what you'd like us to talk about next. I'm thinking maybe. Well, actually, comment if you guys would like more
film babbles.
More film babbles, with Hawkeye
video. Yes.
Or any other series.
Movies.
Yep.
Anything. Yes.
I really hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah, that was an amazing movie.
It was amazing. If you haven't seen it, why you're watching this?
Why are you still here, bro? If you haven't seen it.
Well, and if you haven't, make sure to go watch that. Yes. It's awesome, and probably because we won't be able to show you that much. Especially in terms of clips.
Yeah,
because it's really hard to find any if it's like...
Exactly, so if you're wondering why probably most of this video is literally video game clips or something else, I haven't edited it yet, so I don't know what I'm going to use, but if you're wondering why it's not actual stuff, it's because you can't use...
It's mostly going to be trailer footage or whatever we can find, like images online. I'm going to have to edit a bunch. It's going to be like the fake versions of each of those movie scenes.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching so much.
Oh, actually, one more thing I'm disappointed about. You know that Spider-Man meme where they all point to each other?
Yes.
Where's that?
Okay, there was one when it was similar, but when Ned was saying Peter, and then they were like, which one?
Yeah, they did that. They did that joke, which is funny, but they did not do the point at each other meme.
I agree.
Which
would have been amazing.
I would literally pay for that image. I would pay for this so much for that image, bro.
Just edit it yourself, bro.
There you
go. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching.
I'll put it at the end right here. Here's a badly edited image of each of them pointing at each other.
Exactly.
Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.